Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first video announcements in a while. Prior to sabbatical, have been doing these every week for several years, and we took a break during sabbatical because there's something I do, and they weren't something that it made sense for anyone else to take on. So we're back. We're back with weekly video announcements. So just some reminders about how these work. I just come on and talk pretty casually. I usually have a little list on a post-it note, but otherwise you're just hearing from me pretty casually about what is coming up at church. And one thing to know is that there basically will never be anything that you'll only hear in video announcements. So if video's not your jam, that's totally fine. We've got a ton of other ways for you to get the information. Sometimes things will come out in video announcements first, and then the newsletter, or the newsletter first, and then video announcements. But don't worry, it'll all be out there in all the different ways. So the video announcements are just one way for us to get information out. For those of you who like to watch a video or turn it on while you're washing the dishes so you can get all your updates about church, that's what these video announcements are for. They will usually probably be coming out on Tuesdays, but I'm going to say let's have a flexible Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully Tuesdays. We'll see. My schedule is changing, so I have moved it around sometimes depending on just which day I have the bandwidth to make it happen. This week it's happening on Wednesday, so happy Wednesday. I'm so glad to be back with you all after sabbatical. It was just such a lovely and joyful Sunday this past Sunday, and good to see you and to start to reconnect with you. And I want to thank everyone who filled out either a little note card or the online form letting me know one or sometimes more things that have happened in the last 5 months. And I'm going to put the link to that form one more time in the comments of this video. So if you haven't had a chance to fill it out and you want to answer my question, what's one thing you want me to know about the last 5 months? I would love to hear from you. Those have been just really nice to read and to feel like I have some sense of where you are all at in this moment. We, of course, have a lot coming up. It's December, so there's holiday services and all of that. But let's start with this Sunday. This Sunday, I will be leading worship again, a service about moments of wonder, and delving a little bit into how we find moments of wonder and whether or not we can force them. So I hope to see you on Sunday, either online or in person for that. There will be faith formation workshops during the service. They'll be working on the Solstice Story service, which is happening on December 18th. And they're already working hard on that. They already have been this past week, and they'll be working on that again in faith formation workshops. And Sadie's also planning a little run through of that in the sanctuary after the service. So be prepared for that if you've got kiddos who are going to be a part of that. After service, there's a couple things happening. One is it is the first rehearsal of our Christmas choir. So our Christmas pickup choir is open to anyone. Even if you're not in choir the rest of the year, you can be a part of our Christmas pickup choir. They sing at both the 5 o'clock and the 7 o'clock service, but you don't have to sing at both. You can sing at the 5, at the 7, or at both to be a part of the Christmas pickup choir. They will be rehearsing this Sunday, 11:30 to 12:30, and next Sunday, the 18th, 11:30 to 12:30, both in the chapel. I believe they are trying to do 3 songs this year. I know Jed is excited about getting that started. So that'll start this Sunday. Again, anyone is welcome to be a part of that. And the other thing happening after service is I will be leading a session of Exploring Membership. Exploring Membership is kind of our one session that we require folks to be a part of before becoming a member of the congregation. It's where we talk about what it means to be a member and delve a little bit into your hopes for being a part of UU Nashua as well. So that'll be just an hour, 11:30 to 12:30 this Sunday in the fellowship room. And during both of those things, during Christmas choir and exploring membership, there will be childcare. So there'll be childcare 11:30 to 12:30 if you want to go to Christmas choir or if you want to go to exploring membership. That'll be available for you. So that's this Sunday, this weekend. And then just to give you an overview of our holiday services coming up, we have that solstice story service, which is December 18th in the morning. Our kids and Sadie make it happen every year, and it always is just really fun and magical. They do a really, really nice job. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come up with this year. That's December 18th, 10 a.m. In person or on Zoom. We are also doing a contemplative solstice service during the week on December on the solstice itself, and it is going to be 6. I think it's on the solstice. It's on that Wednesday, whatever that Wednesday is. It's either the 21st or 22nd. But it's 6 to 6:30 that Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. And that is led by a couple of our worship associates. It'll be just online, and it'll be a contemplative way to honor the solstice. And then on Christmas Eve, we do have 2 services. We're back to, last year we had 4. This year we're back to 2, which feels so much more manageable to me. But we hope you will join us. Both services will be both in person and online, so you can attend either way. They're at 5 and 7 p.m. The 5 o'clock service will be a family service that will be a creative, interactive retelling of the Nativity story. It's one that we did a few years ago that folks really loved, so I'm excited to bring it back. And we will light candles and sing Silent Night and Dona Nobis Pacem at both services. So don't worry, either service you come to, we will do that. At 7 o'clock, I usually do a modern take on lessons and carols. And so what that means is we'll have readings about Christmas paired with singing Christmas carols together and hearing our Christmas choir. And again, we will end with candle lighting and singing Dona Nobis Pacem and Silent Night. So that's our plan for Christmas Eve. I would love to see you there in person or online at either service. At both services, you can make a whole evening of it. We are hoping to have some fellowship time in between and are looking for some hosts to help with that. We're also looking for greeters for both of those services. So I'll put a link in the comments if you could sign up if you're interested in being a greeter or a host for that night. It's always nice to have some fellowship time in between and get to wish each other happy holidays and all of that. So that's all happening Christmas Eve, which is a Saturday, which means the next morning is Sunday morning. And you might be thinking, are we having church on Sunday morning, the 25th of December? And the answer is yes, we are. I will not be there. None of our staff will be there. That is a day that we hold as a holiday for our staff who work really hard to make our Christmas Eve services happen. But we have a couple of awesome worship associates who have agreed to lead just a casual Sunday morning, a cozy Sunday morning, Sunday Christmas morning. So it's going to be just in person, not online. And it'll be at 10 o'clock as usual, but it'll probably feel a little different than usual. So I'll share more details as that gets closer. And then next Sunday, we have a couple of other worship associates who are leading service. Thank you so much to our worship associates for stepping up in this way. And it's going to be a poetry service, as we often do around the new year. So those are all the plans for services for the holidays. And I hope we will see you at those services. I hope you'll celebrate the holidays with us. I have just a couple more things. We are continuing to look for greeters and fellowship hour hosts, including for this Sunday. So if you want to jump in for this Sunday, that'd be great. We've got a lot of stuff happening after the service, so it'd be nice to have some fellowship hour. So I will put the link in the comments on where to sign up for greeting and fellowship hour for regular weekly Sundays as well. It is a separate sign up than for Christmas. And our gallery, our fellowship gallery, is going to be having a January group show. And I love these group shows because they're so eclectic and there's so many different, we have so many talented folks in the congregation. And I just love seeing the different pieces of art you all contribute to that. So we're going to be having another group show in January. If you're interested in being a part of that, you can get in touch with Ellen Fisher. You can reach her at gallery@uunashua.org. That's gallery@uunashua.org. So, this one was a little bit long. I hope you will forgive me. It's been a while, so I had a lot to say. Usually I try to keep them a little shorter than this, but I will be back next week with more announcements. Feel free to send me things before 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning if you'd like me to include them. And in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful week and hope to see you on Sunday.